Hello everyone, welcome to Royal Online Tutorials, the online education channel. Today in our video we are going to discuss the foundations of modern leadership, but before we start, don't forget to subscribe my channel. What are the different eras of modern leadership? Here we can take into consideration three eras: the trait era, the behavior era, and the contingency era. The trait era is focusing on the leader personality and the traits. The behavior era is focusing on the behavior of the leader. And in the contingency era, this may focus on understanding both the leader from one side and the leadership situation from the other side. Let's start with the trait era. As we see here in our findings, like no single trait or set of traits clearly define leaders. Traits play minimum role, and traits are not the dominant factors in leadership because we don't need to rely only on the trait. Traits is very important, but you cannot rely in your work on one factor. So you need to have all the factors, the combination of factors, in order for the leader to be effective. But here in the trait era, we know that the leaders are born, and leadership can be explained through either one or a collection of traits. For the leader to have a good trait, a positive and strong personality, it will help him. It will help him a lot in achieving positive results and affecting on the followers and in influencing people. If we need to move to the behavior era, and we know that behaviors can be observed more objectively than traits. Traits is innate, so as we said, like the leaders are born, or the leader may have this trait or not. You cannot teach him. So in the behavior, it's the opposite. The behaviors can be measured more accurately than traits, and as opposed to traits, the behaviors can be taught. So I can teach people how to behave. Here we can take examples of major leadership behaviors. So if we need to differentiate between the task, focusing on the task, or focusing on building relationships. So the structure of focusing on the task may be focusing on setting goals, clarify expectations, setting schedules, assigning tasks. But in the relationship consideration, we will show understanding. We will try to be close to each other, approachable, friendly. We are allowing participation. We are trying to have the full understanding about followers and try to work with followers. Try to behave in this modern way, not to still focusing on the obsolete or the traditional management method. Now if we need to move to the contingency era, so here we can say we should take the leader from one side and the leadership situation. So it's a merge and combination between the leader and the leadership situation. So we can find that there is no one best way to lead. The situation and the various relevant contextual factors determine which style or behavior is more effective for the leader. People can learn to become good leaders by practice, by experience, by maybe earning more knowledge. Leadership makes a difference in the effectiveness of groups and organizations. And finally, as we see, and the personal and situational factors affect the leadership effectiveness. So if we need to talk about the elements of Fiedler's contingency model, but first of all, for the leadership to be effective, so we should have a match between the leader's style and the leadership situation, as we said. So if the leader's style matches the situation, the leader will be effective. Otherwise, the leader will not be effective if we have like the opposite thing is happening. So we should take into consideration here as elements like the leader's style, whether focusing on task or relationship motivation. Uh, they should be able to control the situation they are going to face. They should have a good relationship between leaders and members. We should have a good and strong task structure, and finally the position power. Now, if you are going to check the difference between the task and relationship motivated, here, in order to determine the leader's style, Fiedler uses the least preferred coworkers, known as LPC. So, when we have like the task motivated, we will be having like the low LPC versus the relationship motivated, which is high LPC. So, in the task motivated, the leader may draw self-esteem from task completion, whereas in the relationship motivated, it's the opposite. It's coming from interpersonal relationship. And the task motivated, they focus on task first. And the leadership and relationship motivated, they focus on people first. And the task motivated, they can be harsh with failing followers. Whereas in the relationship motivated ones, they like to please the others. So we are seeing like the difference in the way how we are working with our followers, how everything is being changed. Everything is like now in a positive way, and like there is a full level of motivation. There is like a strong culture, positive working environment when you like draw self-esteem from interpersonal relationship. When you focus on people first, that means you care about people, you care about your employees. When you like to please others, not giving them orders. Okay, and like the task motivated, they consider competence a key follower trait, and they enjoy too much going into details. Whereas the relationship, they work on having loyalty, they work on satisfying on having like delighted employees, on building delighted employees. They will consider loyalty to be key followers trait, and they don't like to go too much into the details. They like to achieve results rather than going in details. So we are here to act, we are here to perform, we are not here to enjoy details. So we need to have like a positive culture, positive working environment, motivating the employees in order to perform better by focusing on people first, by pleasing the others, by having a high level of cooperation and communication. The people will be existing in a positive culture. They will be happy, they will be delighted, they will be loyal. Achieving loyalty, there is a very important thing leading the company to be successful, because the direct link and relationship between the employees to the employees is with the customers. So in case they are not happy, they are not to treat the customer in a good way, and the opposite is true. So achieving results is very important to us, and by motivating the employees, you will be affecting them in a positive way. You will be influencing them toward the achievements of the company's goals and objectives in a professional way. Thank you for watching my channel.